Hey friends, it is Kate here. Thank you so much for jumping on my channel and joining me for a class today. Now I have got a 15-minute standing Pilates class just for you. You could also call this a bar class if you wanted to, a slow bar class. Whatever is better for your vernacular is totally fine. Now since it is a standing Pilates class / bar, if you want to be near a wall or if you want to pull up a chair or be near a countertop to perch your little fingertips on to give yourself a little extra support, that is always fine. There is no harm in doing that. In fact, I suggest it's a great thing to do. Go ahead, roll out your mat. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's get started. We'll begin starting standing on our mat, and we are going to start with a little bit of balance work. So if you need to come close to a wall, or if you've got a chair or a countertop nearby to perch your hand on, that is always a great idea. But otherwise, hands to our hips, low belly up and in, top of the head high. Think of shoulder blades together behind your back, broaden through the front of your chest, and draw the ribs in a little closer. Take a great big inhale through the nose. Big deep breath out. And then from here, all I want us to do is lift up our right leg. Now, some of us will hyperextend our standing left leg, and you can always put a soft micro bend in there if you find that helpful. And again, if we want to bring one hand to the wall to give yourself a little extra support, A-okay. But from here, let's circle our right ankle around about 3 times in each direction. And I'm not super concerned with your breath exactly. We're just getting a little bit of movement. And then I want you to actively flex your foot and then point the toe. Actively flex the foot and point the toe. Now I know a lot of us probably want to look down at our foot while we're doing this, but if you're looking down, then you're craning your neck and you've lost some of that big, beautiful space and length we've created in our spine. Last time, flex the foot and stay. Almost imagine that there's a block or even a stair in front of you and you could step on top of that block. Pull your belly button in, broaden your shoulders. And then from here, 3 times, I just want you to straighten your leg, reaching your heel through that block or step. Exhale, pull it right back up. Inhale, straighten, reach it out and away. Exhale, pull it up. Inhale, straighten it out and away. Exhale, pull it up. Let's do once or twice more on your own breath. Pull it up and hold. From here, take a breath. Set the foot down, give yourself a wiggle if you need it, and then we'll do the same thing to the other side, lifting up the left leg or the right if you did the other side. And let's go ahead and take a couple of little circles here in the ankle in both directions. Again, you can always have a micro bend in that standing supporting leg, and then actively flex, actively point. Flex, pulling those toes up towards your face, point them right on down to the ground. Flex, pull them up. Reach them right on down. Last one, flex and hold. Belly button in, shoulders open. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend. One more, straighten. Exhale, bend. Take a breath. Set that foot down onto the ground. Wiggle out those hips. Even them out. Belly button in. Float your right foot all the way back up. One more time, let's flex that foot and hold it right here. Now, do you see we've got kind of a 90-degree angle going on in our knee? Or ideally, that's what we're going for. If it's not perfect, that's okay. I want you to keep that 90-degree angle exactly as it is, and we're just going to move our thigh. So I'm going to move my thigh and pull my thighs together, and look, that 90-degree angle stayed. My foot is now still flexed, and it's just pointing behind me. Take a big inhale here, and now tone the belly as you bring it all the way back up to our starting place. Inhale, swoop it back. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, pull it in. One more time, reach it back. Exhale, pull it in. Now this time we're going to reach it back and hold. Think of sealing your inner thighs together like you've got the tightest little pencil skirt on ever. Keep those inner thighs together. You could also imagine a great big rubber band around the back or around the outer rim of your thighs. And from here, I want you to think of kicking your heel towards your tushy for a count of 5. We're going to kick it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. One more set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Take a breath. Bring that leg back up to that starting space. Take a sip of air in, set it down, wiggle anything out. I don't know if you just heard my hip, but it cracked. I get lots of pops in my body. If you do, I'm not a physical therapist, but I've always been told it's okay as long as it doesn't hurt by my physical therapist. Now, one more time, stamp down into your right foot, lift your left. Actively flex the foot just like we did on the first side. Stand up tall and straight. Remember, there can be a micro bend there. You can have a hand on a chair, on the wall, whatever you need. But once we find that kind of engagement through the back of your hamstring, like you're stepping on that block, I want you to press through the block, exhale, bend. Inhale, press through the block, exhale, bend. 3 more times, exhale, bend. 2 more, exhale, bend. Last one, straighten, bend and hold. And now again, we're gonna keep that angle in our knee. Nothing moves below the knee. We move at that thigh. I want you to inhale, swing that leg back, bringing it in line with your other thigh. Exhale, tone the belly, carry it up. Inhale, swoop it back, take it right there. Exhale, pull it all the way up. 3 more at your own pace, in your own time. 2 more. Last one. Go ahead, bring it up. Now this time we're going to send it back and stay. Seal those inner thighs together. If you wobble and wiggle, or even if you fall down, who cares? Put a smile on your face. Life is good. I fall all the time. And now let's kick our heel towards our tushy, not letting those inner thighs move away from each other for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, tone the belly. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Take a great big breath. Exhale, pull that knee up. Slowly set it down. Give yourself a little wiggle. Now I want us to ever so slightly turn our toes out. We're in a little Pilates V or a first position, a little mini one if you're a ballerina at all. Hands can again stay on our hips, off towards the wall, whatever you need, but think of zipping up. It's almost like you're trying to seal those inner thighs towards one another and lightly press the pubic bone forward. We're never tucking the tail, but we are lengthening. It's dropping your sitting bone down. It's lifting your spine up. It's like that spine is a little slinky and you are growing all the way up to the sky. Now from here, rock the weight into your left foot and pick up your right foot off to the side. Now my knee could be straight in front of me, but we want to open it out just a little bit. If that doesn't feel good and you want it in front of you, that's okay too. Now notice that my toe is pointed right now, but we are going to flex and point. Flex and point. 2 more, flex and point. Last one, flex and hold. Now again, just like we did earlier, find that length through your left side, stamp down into that imaginary block, and then I want you to straighten your leg, reaching it out, out, out. Exhale, pull it back up. Inhale, straighten it, reach it out, out, out. Exhale, pull up, tone the tummy. 2 more, straighten, reach it out. Exhale, bring it back up. Last one, straighten, bring it on up. Now hold right there. Ooh, I lifted my knee up a little bit high. I do have a lot of range of motion in my hips when they're externally rotated, but I want that knee either below or right at your hip height, not above. And then from here, take a great big inhale. If we've got that knee off to the side, all I want us to do is exhale, close. It's like a little book is closing in front of you. Inhale, swoop it on back out. Exhale, tone the tummy, bring it on in. Inhale, open it out. Exhale, bring it on in. Last one, inhale, open it out. Exhale, bring it in and stay. Reach your foot out. Now my leg is lightly externally rotating, meaning my toes aren't pointing straight up to the sky, but I'm rotating from my inner thigh, opening those toes out to the other side. Keep flexing that foot. Take a great big inhale. I want you to swoop the leg ever so slightly back behind you and lightly pitch forward. The tiniest little hinge whatsoever. Now again, hand can be wherever you need it. If you have it on your hips, that's great too. Notice that spot where your thigh and your glute connect, and I want you to squeeze it so much, so hard that everything has to stay in place. At the same time, tone that stomach, draw the ribs closer together, and then from here, can we squeeze this part of our body so much we lift our foot up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. One more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Take a great big breath. Slowly bring yourself back upright. Set that foot on the ground. Wiggle anything out you need to. Zip up those inner thighs. Belly button up and in. Slowly pick up your left foot or your right if you did the other side. You know me. Rights and left are hard. I do the wrong side constantly. Go ahead, stamp down into that right foot. Grow longer out the top of the right side of your body. And then let's flex and point our foot again a little bit. Once more, if your knee's a little bit more straight in front of you than right off to the side, not the end of the world, and we're not trying to yank it obviously straight off to the side of us. It's more a kind of a diagonal angle away from your hip. Last one, flex and stay. Ooh, I'm wobbling a little bit more on this side. We all have a good side and then a side of opportunity, as I like to say, one side that just has more room to grow. And then from here, let's straighten, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, reach that foot away. Exhale, bend. 3 more, straighten, exhale, bend. 2 more, reach it out, exhale, bend. Last one, straighten, pick it up. Press down into that leg, really tone all the muscles in your standing supporting leg. Find all that length in your body. Exhale, close the knee in. Again, it's like you're kind of closing a book. Inhale, open that knee back out to its starting place. Exhale, close it in. Tone the tummy as you do so. Inhale, open it out. Exhale, close it in. Inhale, open it out. Exhale, close it in. Inhale, open it out. Last one, close it in. Now again, reach that foot out, have that leg turned out if it isn't already, and then we'll do our light pitch forward just like we did before. You can also just think of this as a great big diagonal line in your body. Do you see that from my heel to my hips to my shoulders out my head? It's all one line. Keep that feeling there. Squeeze your thought. Let's do our little lifts for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, tone the belly, repeat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Ooh, see, I'm wobbling and wiggling a little bit. That happens. Set that foot down. Stand up tall and straight. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle it out. Now I want you to take your feet to about hip distance apart. Stand taller and straighter. Top of the head up. Big inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, drop your chin towards your chest, and roll all the way down to a great big forward fold. Notice what's happening in your hips behind you. Are they kind of reaching behind you? Are you letting your weight totally rock forward? We want it still to be in between our legs. Think of folding over a great big ball here. So you're really trying to round through the back of the body, not shove your head forward. Hands to shins. Inhale, half lift. Think of pushing away from your low body, trying to reach the top of your head out further away. Tummy pulls up and in. Big inhale. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, little half lift. Exhale, soften down. One more time. Inhale, little half lift. Exhale, soften down. Bend the knees deeper. Roll all the way up to standing. Hands back to your hips. We're going to keep our feet about hip distance apart, but take your left leg in front and your right leg behind. So we're in just the teeniest, tiniest little lunge. Nothing big or crazy. Now from here, I want you to almost imagine trying to draw your inner thighs towards one another. We won't actually knock our knees together. That doesn't feel so good in our ankles or knees or hips. They should be going straight forward, but it's that feeling of our inner thighs kind of working towards one another while we pull our low belly up and in. Now, I almost think about trying to stamp that heel a little closer to the floor. And then from here, I know these are a little bit silly, but that's okay. We are going to do an ever so slight pelvic tip, and it's so we can engage our low belly just a little bit more. Inhale, release. Think almost toning the tummy, tipping the pelvis forward, curling. Inhale, release. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release. Last one, curl and hold. Your abdominal muscles should be so turned on here. Everything is pulling up and in. Take a great big inhale, and we're just going to bend our knees up and down a little bit slower for a count of 5. We're going to go down 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold there. Did you lose any of that engagement there? It should be feeling like all of the air is being pushed out of your body. That's how much my tummy muscles are turned on here. Take a big breath. And then let's repeat. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. hold, tone that tummy, suck almost everything in. I usually don't say suck, but I do mean that right here. One more little set, down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. Pull your back knee in, wiggle it out. Take the opposite knee back. Find your little lunge. And again, it's not a great big one. It's not about opening up our legs. We're not really stretching here. And then sink a little bit lower and start to tip that pelvis forward. Find that engagement. Now, we are, of course, going to think about those abdominal muscles just like we did on the other side. But since we're doing it again, I want you to think of pulling your front heel towards your back toes. That really helps me find that lift between my inner thighs. So go ahead, tip the pelvis forward, tone that tummy, release. Exhale, tip, tone that tummy. Think of cinching the waist, release. 3 more. Inhale, release. Exhale, inhale, release. Last one, hold it right there. It's almost like you're trying to reach your pubic bone forward. You're still turning on the back of your legs. And let's do our little dips for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold. Let's repeat again. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold. Tone that tummy. Find that engagement. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Take a great big breath. Bring that foot in, wiggle it out. This time open your feet about as wide as the mat, and you can even turn the toes out a little bit. Put a bend in your knee before we go anywhere. Pull that belly button up and in. Take a big inhale. Exhale, tip the chin to your chest, roll and rock down. Now do make sure, since our legs are turned out, we're not going to let our knees fall inward. We want to keep them nice and open. Hands may or may not touch the ground. That just depends on your own flexibility. Do not get upset if you can't, since we might have been close to the wall. If instead you want to be at the wall and hold the wall, that's great too. Rock your hips a little side to side, bend the knees, sway the head, and then let's heel toe our feet back towards one another. Bend the knees a little bit more, big inhale. Exhale, slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. As always, give yourself a great big pat on the back and say thank you for doing something so good and just for you. I certainly hope you enjoyed our standing Pilates class, and I can't wait to see you again.